Are we centered?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, decent.
What do you need up here?
Oh, well, there should be a
All right,
link.
thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
You get to-
Okay. We're live.
This is the media session for the first round NCAA playoff game between the University of Rochester and Emmanuel College, with Rochester advancing to round 2 with a 3-1 victory. With us today is Rochester head coach Ashley Van Vechten. Coach, can you please introduce the player?
I'd love to introduce one of our senior forwards, Sid Coggins, and a scorer of 2 goals today.
I was going to point that out. Why don't you talk about the game a little bit, and then we'll both have some questions for you and for Sid.
Sounds good, yeah. So, I think the opportunity to host is always a special occasion for our students, for our staff, for our university. So we're really proud of just the fact of being named one of the hosts. In terms of the match, I felt, Emmanuel College came with a wonderful game plan. They really stymied the way that we wanted to build, had a lot of pace and energy and compactness amongst their front four, and we found it difficult at times to do what we wanted to do. I thought second half, with fresh legs out there, we were able to start making a bigger impact, pulling apart their back line a little bit with some recessed runs, and it was just nice to see, the way that we coordinated some of our actions in the final third.
All 3 of the goals, the shooter had a lot of room.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you at all?
Not as much. We work often on complementary movement that really forces defenders to make a bad choice regardless of what they choose. So in a lot of moments, we were able to use movement to disorganize them and create that space for attackers.
Sydney, tell me about the second goal, the one that made it 2-0.
Yeah. I think it was just a really quality moment for our team, and how we often talk about how everything, if we're going to do something, it's going to be a total team effort, and I think you really saw that in the second goal. My teammates definitely really set me up for a lot of success, and like we said, I was very surprised to be wide open, but I knew because we moved so well as a unit that my teammates put me in a great position to put away a quality opportunity.
And tell me about the third goal, which I'm just about saying.
No, I mean the same thing. Like we had really great runs, and people were really also unselfish. Like on our team, sometimes we have a problem with being selfish, but I think in that moment we were all clicking, and we found that if we move the ball, then we create great opportunities for each other.
And you almost had a hat trick.
I know. I wanted that one back, but yeah.
What did they do defensively that caused some problems for you, especially in the first half?
I think in the first half.
Or challenges, I guess, rather than problems.
I think it was just kind of, they put a really great amount of pressure on us and really made us make quality decisions, and I think we just needed a little bit of time to adjust to that and get everyone on board that we might need help dropping it back first, or just how we coordinate our movement is really that important, and it needs to be timed so correctly because they were really quality at making us make quick decisions.
What did you see out of Emmanuel that you weren't really expecting?
Ooh.
Anything that surprised you a little bit?
Not as much of a surprise, but I have to give the entire team and their staff a lot of credit because the problems that they posed to us were exactly the right ones that we struggle to solve at times. And I felt that it's always difficult to compete against a program who has that self-belief. And Emmanuel are GNAC champions for a reason, and they continued, into the 85th minute, into the 88th minute, continuing to believe that they could get enough goals to get a result, and that's always a challenge, competing against a program that has that level of intensity, energy, and self-belief.
And how did you think Grace played?
Oh, outstanding.
Against the only team in soccer that has 100 goals this year.
Outstanding. I mean, Grace Kurapatkin is really our first line of defense, and she's somebody who, throughout her 4 years, has just been exceptional. I mean, she's, when you look across the Division III landscape for goalkeepers, Grace is among the best. And we're so proud of the work that she does to keep herself at those high standards and the confidence that she gives our back line, that, if we do face some shots against, Grace is going to get a paw to it.
You had coached against them when you were in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and now you're going to get them here in the NCAAs. Was there anything you relayed to the team in the lead up to
Yeah, I
that you
think.
could share?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, my familiarity with the GNAC is all about, the caliber of student athletes that they get. They are intense, they're gritty, they're hungry, and they just want to go out there and perform. And they, they don't care about the obstacles, they don't care about the wind, they don't care about the refs. They're really gritty players that know how to compete well. And that's something that I remember from my time there and something that Emmanuel showed today.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, Matt, I'm sorry, Matt.
Coach, today you used about 10 subs, and you had 2 goals scored from a substitute. What do you have to say about the depth that you have on this team, being able to use all these subs all the time? We see like 6-5 subs coming at a time, so what do you have to say about the substitutes that you have on the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think the depth that we have speaks to the caliber of student athletes that we get to work with here. It's really fine margins between that starting group and the folks who come in. And it is, for any staff, I think you have so much pride and joy when you see that level improve, when those folks are introduced to the game. And we certainly saw that today in the second half.
Okay, I appreciate it. Also, like, being a substitute and being able to just jump off the field whenever a coach calls your name, what is that like for you? How do you get yourself prepared for that? And just what is that process like, just being able to run out on the field and score like that?
I just think like something that I've enjoyed bringing a lot in my 4 years is just like always bringing like good positive energy. Like sometimes it's nice to come off the bench, you kind of get to assess the energy of the game, what's working, what's not working, and then bring like a fresh new energy to not just like yourself going on the field, but everyone who's out there. Like we often relay messages from the coaches too, and just like upping the energy and just clicking and bringing it all together with our team. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us after the game.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow at 3
All right.
o'clock.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Can't wait. Thank you so much.
Find out who that's going to be.
I know. You got to go